What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. This part of the show is called the Garage Talk. We'll be breaking down each NFL team schedules for the next couple of weeks. Let's get into it. What's up, Adrian? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm in here. How about yourself, brother?
I'm here. I'm ready to. I'm ready for the football season, man. It's
You know I'm excited.
yeah.
That basketball season, y'all can have that. Give me the football.
You got the Braves shirt on, man. So you ain't ready for you ain't down for baseball.
Oh hell yeah, we number 2 in our. So I think we're number 4 in the national, and then we're actually number 2 in our own division. So and we was only one game behind the Mets. So hey, let's go. What curse? Yeah, what curse?
Only reason why I'm even pulling for the break is my son. He was born in Atlanta, and he's a
Braves
quote unquote Braves fan. He loves them to
Elite.
Other than that, the Red Sox. Where my? I don't know. I don't have it right now, but the Red Sox. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. But yeah, man. Let's break this down, man. So the team that we're gonna start with today is the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Let's check the schedule out. So you see, week 1, they start at the Jets. We get some tickets on the low, $58. That says a whole lot. And it's at the Jets. That says a whole lot.
Man, the Jets is going through a little spell right now, man. Going through a little spell right now. But I think the Jets, if we look at their overall team, let's just stick with the Baltimore Ravens. And before we go with that, like, Baltimore Ravens had a pretty decent, not too bad of a recruiting class. I mean, not recruiting class, draft class. The draft picks for the 22 season. And, I mean, hell, the first round, they had Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame. Great safety, man. I watched that man play. There was one game he came across the field all the way from one hash all the way to the other hash just to intercept the ball.
Big, of course. At 6'4", 220 pounds, he kind of reminds me of the old SC safety Taylor.
Like, he's athletic-wise, he's 6'3". I think he's like 198 pounds, maybe 205. Big safety. And, we definitely know that the Ravens definitely need that on the defensive side. Center, they got a good center. Big boy Tyler Linderbaum. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. From Iowa. He's a good center. They did real good. Iowa always producing out there in that Midwest. They always producing good linemen. That's just what they're known for. I think that's just the Midwest period. And then, for the next two, round 2 and round 3, outside linebacker, David Ojobo from Michigan, which he did great. He was on the other end. On the other hand, he had Hutchinson, who was a first round pick. He did very well. So Michigan produced two good players there. And then you had the defensive for Travis Jones from UConn, a defensive tackle from UConn. We'll see how that turns out. I think he did good because he was at UConn, but UConn is a dumpster fire of his own. So, but we'll see how that turns out. But, I mean, overall, the draft class, in my opinion, they did pretty good. And I think they filled some holes that was needed. And, Baltimore might make some ground, man. Baltimore might do something. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, game 1 at New York Jets.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
What we think?
Is it a loss or the win? It's a loss. It's a loss. It's a loss.
Hold on.
So
you're saying they're gonna lose with?
It's a loss.
You think they're gonna lose to the New York Jets?
Okay. The Jets, as much as right now I'm a Patriots fan and then they're in my division. But I do believe they're up and coming. I do. I like Zach Wilson. I really do. I think he'll take a nice little step this year. I love the coach, Robert Saleh. I just think he's one of those coaches that he's a culture builder and he's a changer. He'll bring in and he's going to change. He's changing the culture. So even though we didn't see it so much, but if so much has been going on so long, it takes a little while for things to change. So I think little by little he's changing the culture. The Ravens, they're going to be a powerhouse team, but it's so many questions to me. I love Lamar Jackson. I do. But he missed a lot of games. He has a lot to prove. He came in a little bulkier. So he's going to be a little stronger because he understands he has to absorb those hits.
Yeah.
But man, I week one, I like New York. I do. I'm gonna take New York.
So you taking New York over a definite experienced quarterback. So you're saying that New York Jets with their second year Zach Wilson, granted they I give New York Jets, they did fill some good holes with, especially with wide receiver play.
Mm-hmm.
But you're asking those young wide receivers to come in and do something. And you're asking for that. And we all had our talk on the last show that Jets don't have any kind of defense. So you're asking that defense to stop Lamar Jackson, one of the most very Michael Vick-ish player out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're asking the Jets to not contain them, but you're asking the defense to contain their wide receivers.
But that's the thing. They don't. Okay, the only receiver I fear is Andrews. That's it, and he's the tight end. So I mean, that's the only. So if it's not because Hollywood Brown is gone.
True.
True. So I don't fear nobody. I mean, I know that they did pick up somebody. They did. I forgot his name. They did pick up somebody, but not as he's respectable. So I don't want to say he's not a threat, but I forgot his name. But it's so to me, it's always going to be based on the running game or Andrews. So I think with the Ravens, the problem with the Ravens is that they can be had by any team. To me, depending on, I mean, any team could be had in the NFL, but the Ravens sometimes it's the Ravens. They have that mystique, but it's just that who they are now, Ravens. They could be had, and I don't. I just want Lamar to give him a couple weeks to get ready, get warmed up. I mean, they're gonna go through preseason. I know that, but I'll give it a couple of weeks. I just want. That's one of those teams where it's like 50-50. Like with the Jets, you kind of know what you're getting. With the Ravens, you don't know. You don't know who you're gonna get. So I'm gonna take Zach for the upset. I'm taking the Jets for the upset.
Okay, and what's your score?
Score, I would say 13-7.
13-7. So you say this is going to be a tight, boring game.
Tight game. It's not going to be a blowout. Tight game.
Well, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm taking experience over anything. I think Baltimore Ravens are going to do something pretty good. Plus, they also got J.K. Dobbins, the running back. So, and he started picking up a lot of momentum, especially when he got towards the end of the season. So, he's definitely, he's definitely in the game now. I think this would be his second year, third year, maybe.
Yeah,
if I'm correct. Yeah. So I'm taking them, and I'm going 24-17 Baltimore.
24-17. Dang, you think they're gonna put
24.
that much points up, huh?
Yeah. I just don't see. I don't think. I think the Jets will come out starting very well, but if you was asking about this game in October in New York, well, hey, I don't matter because they both up there cold. But if you was asking, if we seen something later on down the season where we can tell which team is really doing bad or good, all right. But first game of the season, I just think Baltimore have the edge.
Ooh, let's see. We shall
all right.
see.
So what's the next one we got? We got Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. I know how you feel about Tua. I already know how you feel about Tua. But I'm taking Miami on this one. I'm taking Miami on this one, man. It's too many weapons on the offensive side.
I'm with you. I'm taking Miami too. Not just because it's the defense.
True.
True. I mean, that's the problem. Like I can't make the argument because I just said with the Jets, they don't have. With the Ravens, I don't know who the receiving core is besides Andrews and somebody they picked up. People are figuring them out, man. So as far as the running, that's why that boy bulked up. So I'm going with Miami, man. The defense is nice. They're nice. And look, the two teams I'm nervous about, and Miami's going to be a different day, but the two sleeper teams is going to me is Miami is one of my sleeper teams for the year. It's one of them sleeper teams.
Okay.
So it's
all
one of
right.
them sleeper teams.
Let's go ahead and keep it rolling. So New England Patriots.
Drum
roll. You're gonna lose, buddy.
What?
Yes.
At New England? They're at New England. Wait a minute. We didn't give a score for Miami. We didn't give a score for Miami.
The score I'm taking for Miami. 17-3, Miami.
Yeah,
because Miami has a good defense.
Yeah, I was gonna say 21-3.
I'm not gonna say 20. Whoa, well, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be like that.
Hey,
gonna be no 21.
You got that cheetah over there. You got that cheetah. Don't forget about the cheetah.
I'm still saying 17-3, Miami. And the only reason I'm saying that, I just don't think. I just think these first few games in the beginning of the season, each team is going to have their little slow piece. So I don't think they're going to really get to rolling. I don't think Miami going to be rolling like that to close to the end of the season. But I say 17-3. It might be bigger than that. It might. I could definitely see a 30-10 going on.
Yeah,
but,
I just they're gonna have a hard time. You got Waddle, another track star. You got. And then the tight end too. I can never pronounce his name, but the tight Mike Gesicki or Gesicki. Yeah. He's another one, man. So the Dolphins are a sleeper team. But yeah, we can get to week 3. Woo.
New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Mac Jones. What are y'all going to do?
You see him come in early? I mean, he came in like his diet. You see him?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Oh man, he looking good. Man. He's ready.
They all look good in the offseason, don't they?
He putting that work.
Everybody goes out and do very well in the offseason.
Hey man, he
put up some muscles. Yeah,
got
nice.
to, man. You looking good. Some people don't put that work in and they still expect to thrive. He put that work in, man.
Okay, I can give you that.
Work in. All right, so who? Oh, yeah. So they're at New England. Woo. At New England. That's tough. It's always hard to play in New England. But it is.
I agree.
It is in September though. So it's not like it's in like November or even October. But it is the beginning of the season. So it's not as like, oh, we gotta, get them. But
I'm taking a loss. Who's your wide receiver?
For the Patriots?
Yeah. Who's your number one? I'm looking at it now. I mean, Devontae Parker.
We got Devontae Parker. We got Jacoby Myers.
He's questionable.
He's not. He's not. He's proven. He's not questionable, bro. He's proven.
No, I'm talking about questionable. Like you look at like an injury.
Yeah, he is. He's a little injury prone. He is.
He's a little injury prone. I guess Hunter Henry. I give you that.
Yeah, so then the running game, because we got what's his name? Man, forgot his name that quick.
Damian Harris.
No, the other boy.
James White. James White.
No. Damn it, man. Excuse me, Patriots fans.
Talking about Stevenson.
Yeah,
I'm gonna damage his first name.
Yeah, that's that. I'm trying to remember his first name. So I'm so focused on I forgot his Stevenson. He's gonna have a nice little breakout year because Belichick kept him in the not the doghouse, but he was a rookie.
He put everybody in the doghouse.
Man, he do.
He put
Belichick we trust, but sometimes, boy, woo.
Let him breathe. So you're thinking Baltimore. If you had your choice, if you was the coach and the GM of which quarterback that you feel more confident in, because we know in the NFL is really that quarterback play. If you feel the most confident with is if you really looking at this, you trying to tell me you think Mac Jones is going to outball than Lamar Jackson? Yeah,
because he's set up better. He has a better system. He is one of the greatest coaches. He has now the line is questionable. It depends.
Yeah.
And Mac Jones, would you say he has a higher ceiling than Lamar?
I think they're both on the same scale.
I do too.
Because I think Lamar Jackson still has a very high. I just feel as Lamar Jackson, I think it's just a situation that he's in, where especially with the Baltimore Ravens, after that one season they made it to the playoffs, they definitely depleted their defensive side, and then the running backs was gone. So I think he was just in a situation where he still did very well with the limited amount that he had. Still put up some good numbers. Still did pretty well. Ended up injuring himself in one game. But I just think it's one of those situations where it's just what he has to inherit, but he's still doing very well compared to other quarterbacks that we've already talked about in the past videos, like Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. We just think what they have, they haven't really done a lot. So you give Lamar Jackson what the Browns have, you'll have a different scorecard. So I just think, in my opinion, this could be a toss-up, but I feel as if the coin was tossed up in which way it land, I feel it'll land in Lamar Jackson's favor.
All right, so the key to this game is defense. Whose defense is going to prevail? That's what it comes down for me. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a lot of points. I do have the Patriots pulling it out. But it's going to be a tight score. Comes down to defense. I think it's going to be one of those type games like somebody's going to probably get a safety. It's going to come down to field goals. My score is 13-12.
I was thinking 10-13.
Yeah. See, around
10-13 Baltimore.
Yeah. I'll take New England because it's gonna come down to defense. It's gonna come down to defense.
All right.
We on the same page.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's about 42-2. No, I'm just
we can keep rolling. That's Buffalo all day. I don't care what nobody say, man. It's Buffalo, man. They just who's that defensive end they just picked up?
Von Miller.
Von Miller. That's what I'm saying.
Von Miller. Oh yeah,
he's going to contain. Yeah, that's a wrap with that one.
Yeah. Buffalo. Yeah, scored. Man, 24. 24-10. I'll give him 10.
I'm 30-10.
Yeah, 30-10. Okay. Yeah. Buffalo's gonna take that.
All right. Cincinnati Bengals. I'm taking Bengals.
Me too. I'm taking the Bengals.
I don't see no regression. This is what, year number 3 for Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
No. 2018. Yeah. No, 4.
Year 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or it might be 3, but yeah, I'm taking Joe Burrow. I'm taking the Bengals. I think they bring a lot of pieces right back. I don't think they even lost anything. So
they lost. So they did lose one of their offensive line, but they re-signed Alex Kappa, the Tampa Bay offense that protected the GOAT over there. Gave him a nice little contract. So they just basically retooled and reshaped, and so they didn't. It's not like you said they didn't lose a step at all.
Yeah.
So no, I take the Bengals too. Man, we talking about scores. So now we're in week 5. So week 5, the Ravens got, he got his legs up under him. You kind of know, you don't know 100% who you are, but you're feeling it. You kind of know. I'm gonna give them. Bengals is gonna win it, but I say 21-19.
Okay, 21-19.
Yeah.
All right, I agree with that. I can roll. I can definitely agree with that. I can see that 21-19.
Yeah.
New York.
New York.
They're gonna beat New York. They'll beat New York at New York. New York got a lot going on. Look. I say this: New York's defense is definitely improving. Their defense is doing very well. The defense is doing very well. I think they just it's really quarterback play. Daniel Jones, man. I don't know, man.
I've never seen it.
Look, when he played at Duke, he wasn't great at Duke. Unfortunately, Duke isn't like a powerhouse like they are for basketball. Just the football program just doesn't get the same recognition.
Yeah.
I just think, if you were talking about him come out as a basketball player from Duke, okay. But football-wise, man, I don't know, man. It's just a struggle, man. And plus, they play in the ACC, which is not ACC is not a strong division. It's not like the Big Ten and the SEC. So him playing in that and they Duke it's just a toss-up. The only good team in the ACC is Clemson, maybe Florida State, if that, or maybe Miami. But I don't know, man.
I've never seen it with Daniel Jones. I know we talked about this way before we got onto the air. But I've never been a fan of the tight end that finally got gone. What's his name? Evan.
Oh yeah.
I missed the drop a lot. I just I don't see it. I don't like the coaching. Now Joe Judge, he is a part of that Patriots tree, but I'm be honest with you, I don't even know how he got the job. He was a special teams coordinator. Now he's right back with the Patriots. So but that's a whole other topic, as far as some of these coaches getting jobs based off, maybe relationships as opposed to experience. But I'm just what's his name is coming back. It's sad, I forgot his name, the running back. See, dang. The tree trunks for legs, man. Like, dude.
The young man from Penn State.
Yeah.
I forgot his name too. Yeah. But let me ask you, do we think he's going to really make a big impact after that injury?
No, because running backs have a short shelf life, man. They don't have a long life in it, and then have more basically. So running backs are done by like 28, 29, maybe even 27. Because they put so much wear and tear. So what? He's 25 now? 24?
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley. There it is, Saquon.
And what's even worse for him is that, they ran him a lot in Penn State, especially his last season.
Yeah.
His last season at Penn State, they ran that young man.
Yeah, so I can't expect him. I think it's like with Zeke Elliott. Like they expect him to snap back into it. And when you have surgeries and injuries, man, like it's hard. So not everybody is all day. Not everybody is Adrian Peterson. You can come back from ACL in them 6 months and come and break records. It don't happen like that, for everybody. Some of it is just genetics.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
But yeah, no, I'm taking for sure. I'm taking the Ravens. Scores.
It's gonna be a low score because the only thing I say good that New York has going for them is their offensive line. They drafted Zach. What's his name? Evan Neal. They got Andrew Thomas. They got a lot of returning pieces, so their offensive line is good.
Yeah. Score. Man, I'm giving it to the Ravens, but my score would be at 13-3. 13-3. 13. I just think the Ravens are going to win a lot of close. It's going to be a lot of close games.
Yeah.
A lot of close games.
Yeah. I agree with you on that, New York Giants. I agree with you on that one. Mm-hmm. All right. Cleveland Browns. This is up in the air. This depends on Mr. Deshaun Watson. If he plays, he should be playing by now. Because they already settled those 30. They already settled all 30 of them, what the Texans did.
Yeah. So. Ooh, the Cleveland Browns. So, man, Jacoby Brissett is very respectable. Very respectable. And he can get them. Man, he can get them in a winning season. Even if Deshaun misses the whole year, which is very likely. I think he's going to miss the whole year. I don't think he's coming back. But,
do you think, real quick, I don't want to get too far off. Yeah. But to sign him for as long as they did for that contract, you don't think they would try to want to get their money's worth? Like, you don't think they're going to try to do everything in their power so that he can play? I think he'll get suspended for. I don't think it's like the same as what what's his young man in Atlanta, Riley?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. Yeah, I don't think it's the same for Calvin Ridley, but I just think for him, he just has to. I don't know. I just think Cleveland will find some way to get that $1 million quarterback on that field to play.
Yeah. Okay. So you look into the contracts, that first year, they're expecting some type of suspension, and they purposely paid him. Well, I don't want to say purposely because I don't know the facts, but if you put two and two together, it seems like they paid him a low salary that first time around. Mm-hmm. Because they might get suspended. I'm thinking because it's supposed to be like $5 million or something like that.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that because of they're obviously expecting some type of surgery, or not surgery, some type of suspension.
Yeah,
that they're gonna they built in his salary to where basically it's like the big part of salary will kick in the year 2 anyway. Man, look, Jacoby Brissett's respectable, and I think he'll be. And not just that, the Browns have enough. They got running game, got wide receivers. Well,
offensive line.
Yeah, they didn't bring Landry back though. Landry's still unsigned,
No.
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He actually is unsigned. So, So the real question is, who will it be? Who will be their starting wide receiver? Because I completely forgot about that, man. I completely forgot about they don't have a wide receiver to be their number one go-to guy. So that'd be a good one. But I mean, they got the Warner game, Amari Cooper, bro. How do we forget that?
Oh, Amari Cooper.
They're fine. Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah. I forgot about
Cleveland.
Amari Cooper.
I give it to Cleveland.
Yeah, Amari Cooper. Yeah.
I give it to Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game too. That's gonna be about.
That'll be a good game. But I mean, also they got that tight end, David. The cool new.
David. David the Cool. Yeah. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be a force, man.
With Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Yeah,
and that's a division, and that's another division game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
Cleveland. I give it to Cleveland.
Yeah, because it's the Steelers. Yeah, the Ravens, Cincinnati,
Brian.
Yeah,
and then
the Browns, man.
Yeah,
it's another division game. So you're gonna play up for those divisions, man. Like it's gonna be. It's not gonna be a blowout though. It's not gonna be a blowout because I just believe when you play in the division games, you're gonna come up to play. So it's gonna be one of those 3-point. I give it the score 21-24.
I don't know, man. I feel it'd be a little bit. I'm feeling like more like in the 30 range, 17, 19 range, because I just feel Cleveland's run game is gonna start picking up momentum. I mean, I'm looking at if you look at their roster, just the offensive left tackle, Jedrick Williams, the juniors, Joe Bitonio, Nick Harris, White. I mean, they got a lot of. Only one who's questionable is Jack Conklin. That's it. But Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, that running game right there is enough. Then you add Amari Cooper in the tight end, David Bell. I don't know, man. And then you asking for that. You asking for the Baltimore, who don't have a legitimate wide receiver yet and a good running game solidified yet. You asking for them to get the run past Myles Garrett, Jordan Elliott. It's just Anthony Walker, Grant Delpit. Like that's a lot on that defense, man.
Yeah.
I can just see that. I can see this game once Cleveland gets to run it. If that offensive game gets to run for Cleveland, they're pulling away. And that's a wrap for Baltimore. I mean, I would love to, and for me, it's really quarterback play. If it's Deshaun Watson, then But if it's
I'm based off Jacoby, but if it's Deshaun, you know what? My score changes.
If it's even with Jacoby, I don't know, man. I think Jacoby, I think he, I don't know, man. He came from New England. He did all right in Indianapolis. I just think I think he sat behind too many quarterbacks for too long, to where gameplay and experience affected him to the point where he just made some poor decisions. I think he's still a great quarterback. I just think being the backup quarterback is just a questionable thing in my mind. But, they got Deshaun Watson as a starter, so he's playing, and I mean he's gonna be out for vengeance.
If he's playing, my score changes from I'll go 30s, man. If he's playing, I'm going like 34, like 21, or maybe 34-14. Like that's he's gonna be, man. Woo. Yeah. If he plays, man, it's a different game.
Yeah.
That's all right. Is.
So that Tampa Bay. How long do we want to sit on this one here?
Tampa
Bay, them Buccaneers.
Oh man, Tampa Bay, huh? Man.
Give it to Tampa, man. You got
yeah. They're playing at Tampa. Oh yeah. The score gonna be like, man.
It ain't gonna be no blowout. I don't think it'll be 53?
You think 53?
No way. Hell no. Ain't
53? Man, it's possible.
Ain't no way. There's no way. And there's no way, man. I don't look, man. If there would be a blowout, I would see it getting blown out by Cleveland, Miami, something like that. But it's not like Tampa Bay has all their weapons like they did the past 2 years.
Yeah,
they did lose Rob. They did. Who's that? That got it lost on the defensive side. So I mean, look, I agree. Too. You know, I agree. Tampa Bay is going to beat them. And is it in Tampa? Yeah. So October going down to Tampa Bay. I mean, that's still summer season down there in Florida. So
yeah, it is. The only thing. Okay, so I'm being very, very objective about it. The only thing is one of the teams that gives Tom Brady hell is the Ravens, and it never matters what record they have. It doesn't matter even who the hell is on the team. They always seem to have his numbers. He does not throw well against the Ravens. He never has. I think this is the first year that he's actually playing against them because he didn't play against them last year or the year against them or the year before. So this is actually going to be a very interesting game. Nowhere means I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Again, what are the Ravens' identity going to be? And one thing you know about the Ravens, they're not punks. And they're not punks. So it's going to be close, even in Tampa. It's going to be another close one with me because Brady, he just seems to struggle against the Ravens. They just know they have his number. And he's been in the league a long time, man. So they know his ins and outs, where he's going, how he's going to do it. I mean, he's pretty methodical in his approach and how he approaches the game. And the Ravens, they just know him. No matter what team Brady's on, Brady's Brady. Mm-hmm. And it's more than Brady than the Tampa Bay Bucks, and I know that. But I'm gonna give it because they've always had battles, so I'm gonna give it a really respectable score. I say it's gonna be by 23-24, Tampa Bay.
All right, I don't see Tampa Bay losing this, man. I mean, granted, they don't. I mean, they still got Leonard Fournette. I mean, if he can't pass against Baltimore, he can run it.
Yeah.
I mean, so
yeah.
All right, New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. If let me put it this way, if it was Drew Brees, I'd definitely give it New Orleans. If playing against New Orleans with Drew Brees, but Jameis Winston, man. Now I've been giving it to him. I've been seeing the film. He's been out there training, been putting in some work.
Boy, been trying.
But I think too many crab legs caught up to him, bro. I don't know, man. I can't. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just for me. I'm just gonna say it. I give it to Baltimore. I can see Baltimore. I don't think it'll be an easy win. I can see it come down to a fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. Who has the ball? Who had the ball left in the last 5 minutes? And if you had your better option at quarterback play, I will put more confidence in Lamar Jackson with 5 minutes left in the game. So to me, it comes down to who has the ball left in 5 minutes game. I can feel Baltimore doing it, and I can just see they're going down there, pulling up a win down there in New Orleans.
I'm going for New Orleans. They're in New Orleans. It's tough to play in New Orleans. Who that nation? They are. I'm not a big believer in Jameis Winston, but I'm a believer in them. You remember with the Seahawks where they at one point they was promoting that 12th man.
Yeah.
And that was the fans. Seattle, not Seattle, but the Saints have a little bit of the same thing going on.
Yeah, I give them that.
So it's gonna be a close game. My score would be 14-17. New Orleans is gonna pull out.
Is that with Michael Thomas?
That's without Michael Thomas. Now with Michael Thomas, it's gonna be 21-14. Maybe 24. I'll give him 24-14. But without Michael Thomas.
Jarvis Landry went to New Orleans.
He did.
I'm gonna have
he
to.
Did. See, that's what I mean. That's why I mean because I just what it is. The Ravens, not the Ravens. The Ravens. You know who the Ravens are? They're looking at the mirror. They are the Saints on the NFL are the damn it. Come on, Bobby, get it together. the Saints are the NFL team that the Ravens are. What I'm trying to say is that they have that spirit where you got to kill them. You can't beat them. You got to kill them. They're not going to let you just come in and just win. Doesn't matter how sorry they are or on paper, you have got to kill them. So, and the Saints always had that spirit. Doesn't matter if they have a 6-9 record, and you come into the Saints home with the Who Dat Nation. Nah, man. I'm taking the Saints.
You know what? I'm gonna have to, because I'm looking at their roster right now. So if you just go purely off the roster and who's starting, just on the offensive side, you got Jameis Winston, who he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's elite. You know what I mean? I don't want to say yet because he's been in the league for a good while. But you got Jameis Winston, running back. You got Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. Then you got Michael Thomas, number 1, Jarvis Landry, number 2, and then Chris Olave from Ohio State.
They drafted him.
He was nasty at Ohio State for all the years that he played. But when those last 2 seasons when he was there, when he was the number 1 guy to go to, he was nasty. Couldn't nobody contain him. He was just the route running. Then you got the tight end, Adam Trotman, left tackle James Hurst, left guard Andrews Pete, Eric McCoy, Caesar. They're actually pretty good. And then if you think about it, they do got Cameron Jordan. That's who I completely keep forgetting. I think people sleep on Cameron Jordan.
I don't. I was going to let you finish it, but that's he. You know what? He's the main reason why I pick him. He's a bona fide.
He calls havoc.
He does.
I'm a big time Falcon fan, but I hate it when we play them because he calls havoc. Like, he is a nightmare for the Falcons, man. He is definitely a nightmare for the Falcons. Like, the way he bullied Matt Ryan for the last season that he played in Atlanta was, if you go back and look at some tape where he was doing Matt Ryan, like, he was nasty with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had a chance.
Not just Matt Ryan. Now, Tampa Bay did win that division, but they didn't beat them twice. They didn't beat them.
Yeah.
The Saints took care of them twice. Yeah. Like, Tom Brady is yet to beat the Saints in the regular season. Yet. Because that's a big part of Cam Jordan. He's a monster, man.
And then Tyrann Mathieu, I forgot the Honey Badger went there.
Yeah.
And then they also got Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, Lattimore. I'm saying, man.
Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints, man. Like, I'm taking the Saints.
Give me the Saints on that one.
I'm taking the Saints, man. Like, I just forgot about Jarvis Landry, but everybody else, I remembered. I'm like, man, I'm taking the Saints.
I forgot. I was just solely thinking about that quarterback play. But if you think about the weapons, it's kind of hard to screw up, but it's Jameis Winston, so he can put up some good offensive yards, but he can also throw 30 interceptions in one season. So
exactly his defense is gonna have to save him, and unfortunately, this defense can save him.
Yeah,
this defense will save him. I mean, this defense is nice.
Yeah.
So like I said, if he's playing, if Michael Thomas is playing, my score will go up. But just without Michael Thomas, 17-14. I give it to New Orleans because the Ravens they just don't back down, man. Like I said, I'm just really trying to look at it like, okay, let me not look at the sheet or the depth chart. I got to look at their heart because they play with heart.
Yeah,
so, every time.
All right, Carolina Panthers, and then Panthers going to Baltimore. I think Panthers lose.
Yeah, that's a dub for the Ravens. Depending on who the quarterback is, we don't know if it's going to be Baker or Donald or Cam Newton might make a comeback. Who knows? I'm just not much. I've already said this on the last podcast. I don't really like the head coach. I don't like the way they're going, and I think it's going to have to blow up again. They had the opportunity to do it, but they're going to have to blow that up again in a couple of years. But score is, to me, 21-6. 21-6.
I can see that. Yeah. Jacksonville. I bet Jeff punching at the air right now.
Yeah, I know. Goldilocks, huh? Trevor Lawrence. Does he take this lead? And that's I can't wait till we talk about the Jags. It's gonna be L. Oh, win. L.
I ain't even gonna waste no time on it. I give it to Baltimore until I see something prove me wrong. I'll give it to Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Baltimore too.
Yeah.
My score would be with Baltimore and Jacksonville. Man,
13-10.
yeah, 13-10.
Yeah.
13-10. 13-10.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's
All
that
right.
next one? Denver, huh? Denver.
Mm.
Ooh, Russell Wilson. Man, that's gonna be a good game. And they're playing. Oh, so they're playing in Baltimore. Okay, so they're not
Yeah,
going to the
Baltimore.
Mile High City.
Nah, playing
That's,
up there with that thin air.
that's the plus. That's the plus. That's the plus. That matters.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Denver Broncos have one of the best things when it comes to um, home field advantage, just because you're playing in Denver.
yeah.
That right there is alone is advantage right there.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Denver.
Denver.
I'm giving it to Denver. But man, it's gonna be another tight game. But
Yeah.
Russell's built for those tight games, man. But I'm giving it to Denver. Yeah, my score would be it'd be another 21-24.
I don't know. I think Jerry Jeudy's going to do something pretty good this year. So I think he'll definitely step up a whole lot better.
Okay.
I mean, he did. Jerry Jeudy did pretty well last year. I think he'll step up even more and do even better.
What's your score?
And I think, I don't know. I mean, I'm really like a 30-24, maybe a 17-13. I don't think it'll be like a big, headline game. I mean, the fact they got it at 12 p.m., I don't think it'll be a big, headline game either. I don't think it'll be nothing like that. No, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock type of game. I just 17-13 or, maybe just a 21-24. It'll come down to a field goal.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. They finally played Pittsburgh.
Oh man.
They'll beat Pittsburgh. They don't have Big Ben. They just don't have Big Ben. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think quarterback play is the deciding factor, but I just think that rookie's going to have a lot of bumps in the road.
But they're at Pittsburgh though.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I take that back. They got Mitch Trubisky.
They
went out there and got Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, they got
Najee Harris.
That's what I'm saying. The running back, Najee Harris. I'm giving it to
they got George Pickens.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna give it to the Steelers. It's gonna be another tight game. It's gonna be a 1-point game. 18-19 Pittsburgh.
18-19 Pittsburgh. Okay. I can shake with that one.
Yeah. 18-19 Pittsburgh. They like those little tough games, man. And it's always by one, and they're playing the Ravens. And I'm 18-19.
You think they can beat Cleveland? You think they can beat Cleveland in Cleveland? After Cleveland come in and beat them? That's another right there's a loss, buddy. They got 3 losses. They done lost to Denver, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a loss. That's a loss, man. That's a loss. We keep a track. What we at so far?
So they got 5 wins so far, and then
What's
9 losses, buddy?
Yeah. Dang, yeah. That. Yeah, I don't see Cleveland.
Well, look. They're gonna get a win against my Falcons. I can definitely promise you that.
Oh yeah. Versus Falcons. Oh yeah.
I say they go 1-1 against Pittsburgh.
1-1. Yeah. They're gonna split it.
They're gonna split it.
And
I think at Cincinnati. Do we think Cincinnati make the playoffs again this year or the wild?
I do. They're gonna sweep the series with the Ravens.
Loss. Yeah. So they're gonna go. So they pretty much going. They got 7 wins, 10 losses.
7-10.
7-10. Well, everybody, thanks for watching the show. Give some likes, subscribe, comment. It's your boy, Adrian Blackwell, Bobby Douglas. We out. Peace.
Peace.